Hey, I'm Jory. This is my little schoolie, Appabus. It's painted like Avatar from the cartoon. Um, yeah, let's go inside. It's a mess. I just live in my projects, so I've been baking all morning. Made beer bread. Just use a can of beer, make a loaf of beer, garlic bread, and you got banana bread and everything. And yeah. So when I got the bus for $4,000. It was all the seats were already ripped out, and the guy was working on it. And so the bed was here, and the table was here, and that was it. And so I built. He had a bunch of wood in here that he just let me have with the bus. And so I used it all to make these cupboards, these cabinets. They're kind of deep, so it's hard to keep them organized. But I built this bookshelf here. Got all my D&D books and stuff, or if I want to have a game, or get my cookbooks. And then I got a GameCube in here, so like up in here I got a controller that comes out, and I got a Nintendo GameCube that runs to my TV. And the TV used to be a lot bigger, but it would like sag on the TV mount, so I had to get something much smaller. But it swivels all the way around to the facing out the back door, so I'll set the GameCube up so we can have chairs on the back, and we all play video games like Mario Kart and Smash Bros and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you wanna? Let's go back here. This is my kitchen. I built all this. I don't really write anything out. I don't really draw out plans. I get a bunch of scrap wood or whatever, and I kind of just cut it to where it needs to go, and it's solid. It all holds everything. And
how do you like the stove?
I love the stove. The guy that sold it to me, that was in here, so he just let me have that too. The stove runs on like the Coleman propane little cans, and so I got a custom hose for this buddy heater, because it used to be that you had to hook it up. There's a hole in the floor. You could hook it up to a big tank, but I got a custom hose so that I can just screw on the little Coleman cans, and it burns through them really fast. But I don't use the heater very often, so if I'm really cold, I'll use like 1 can a night.
I used to have a T that I could put on the big tank and run 2 hoses off.
Yeah.
I'm a gear guy, so at one point I had 5 different things running off of a tree and hoses and 20 feet of hose for this way and whatever. But yeah. I may still even have that T somewhere.
A little junction.
Yeah, it's just actually I went to a propane place and I got a T. It screws into the internal threads that I don't know if the new tanks have.
I think they do, because what I do, like I said, I just use the cans. I didn't want to run hose. Like I was thinking about it, but I just carry a big can, the barbecue tanks on the back, and I have a little adapter. It plugs in, and then I plug a can in, flip it over, fills the little can.
I know a lot of people that do that.
Yeah, and I'll find, it's outside, but I'll find people are recycling the Coleman cans because they use them once and throw them away.
Yep.
And so I'll just pick up those empty ones and add that to my supply of little cans, and I won't have to refill my little green ones for weeks, depending on how much. Like if I'm burning the, if I'm using the heater a lot, then I'll have to refill them more. But
it's been cold. I've been in Georgia for a while, and it's cold. And I went through
gloomy out
about
there.
6 gallons of propane in the last few weeks just get the thing up. And a diesel heater. Those are great. It maintains, but it takes a long time to get my big bus up. Gotcha. Now you said you had how much solar on the roof?
So I started with one 200 amp hour battery, the AGM. They're all down here. It's a mess. But and I had 200 watts two 100-watt panels on top, and that was okay. But once I started running the mini fridge, I have an AC mini fridge that just runs off my inverter. Once I started using that constantly, I realized I needed another battery and a little bit more solar. So I have 4 panels and 2 batteries.
Okay.
But
so you didn't get the mini fridge that's 12 volt and...
It's not DC, no. It's just a regular one from Home Depot or something. Like a Magic Chef. And it works. And now, especially with the sun, like, I've noticed I don't really have to worry about the fridge.
Right.
When I was in Oregon, I had to worry about the fridge. I would turn it off sometimes and not drain my batteries.
I've been a few months in Georgia, and same problem.
Yeah.
Is that there's trees there. There's no trees out here.
Right.
So there's no shade. So from the time the sun comes up,
it's gloomy out there right
now. I have no problem keeping up with everything with mine. But yeah.
Some people, this guy over here's got 2,700 watts. The people that have the full stand-up fridges. It's crazy. So I had the 2 on like the top right side of the bus, and then I put the 3rd one on the side, and then I didn't really have a space to put the 4th one because I wanted to save space to build the deck, and I didn't want to put panels on the back side. So I put it like cockeyed over the driver's seat, where it had a little bit of like a spoiler, and it was fine on the freeway. But I was going through this windstorm in Southern Oregon, 80-mile-an-hour winds, and I could only drive like 30 miles an hour into them. But then I just hear, and I just thought, well, I saw that coming. Like, it ripped the panel straight off of the roof. Well,
welcome to the I Lost the Solar Panel on the Road Club. A very exclusive club, and we all feel like idiots for being in it.
My buddy told me a week before, he goes, that's where the wind goes, right? And I was like, we'll see.
Mine peeled off on the highway near Houston.
I was out in the middle of nowhere, like Hart Mountain, so I didn't hurt anybody, I didn't hit anything. I went and got it, and the winds were so powerful. It ripped itself from its frame, and then it was curled up, and all the glass was just tiny pieces. So when I picked it up and tried to put it in the bus, I didn't realize, but it was slicing up my arms. But I gave it to a guy. I was looking all over the place to try to find a place to recycle solar panels because I didn't want to throw it in the trash. And the delivery guy that was working at the solar panel place just threw it on the back of his truck, took it home.
There's a few people I've met that have mounted them on the side, hinged, and it closes down and locks over the windows when they're driving. And then when they stop,
it goes up, and
they just take it up, and it becomes an awning to shade the window.
And you get better sun angle.
And and they can change the
park
angle
sideways rather than south to north.
So.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I saw people down there have them on their trailers like that. And then you put up a leg to kick them up like a kickstand.
It's all kinds of different ways. The way you don't want to do is the way that they blow off.
Right.
I lost mine because a nut. I didn't use a locking nut, and a nut came off, and it kept bouncing until I got a 60-mile-an-hour gust, and I'm doing 60. It came in from the side, just peeled it off.
Just rips it off there like a wing. Yeah. Well,
enough horror stories.
Well, luckily it pulled clean of the cables. So it didn't mess with any of the other...
Same happened to mine. It unplugged itself on its way to the highway on the other side.
Right.
So...
Well, yeah. This is my place. Like, I try to do things my way, I've seen a lot of people... I want to put the bed back here, because as I'm living in it, I'm realizing that bed could just turn this way, and I would have so much more open space to work in, or have like a lounge seat or something like that.
Being here at Skoolie Palooza, look at all the other little short buses, and see how they did it, and you get ideas.
I get ideas. I mean,
so.
And everybody's cool with you stealing their ideas. They're like, yeah, man, copy my design. Like, it's a good design.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do these videos.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Heck yeah.
And enjoy the tour.
Cool, yeah, buddy.
Hope you enjoyed that video. And remember, there'll be another one next Saturday. So please tell your friends and hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you liked it. All right, see you next time, YouTube. Bye.